Well, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday. Last week was a joke. We didn't get on anything done last week between a little bit of breakdowns in the beginning of the week and then Mama Nature in the beginning of the week. She wasn't helping us much, and then I went away. I just took a little short trip over the weekend, but I left out of here Thursday. So we're gonna try to make up for it today. We got logs on the deck. He's gonna haul all day, so I'm hoping he'll get 6 loads or better out of here, I would think, if he stays right with us all day, 5 to 6. And then I'm gonna get up there and try to get ahead of Coop a little bit. He'll be here in about an hour. So I'm gonna jump up there and try to get ahead. And hopefully we'll have a really good week this week. Looks like the weather's supposed to be decent. I think there's a little chance of some storms. It was either tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning, which, knowing my luck, we'll get it. That's typical logger luck, but we'll see. We're gonna try to salvage. I mean, last week we didn't haul a single load. We only really worked one day, and we couldn't get trucks in at all last week. It was just stayed wet. We just couldn't get up in here. So we're gonna try to hit her hard this week and make up for it, but we'll see. Well, it's Tuesday morning, and once again we're just wasting all the profits. But I guess a little bit of money at the end of the week's better than nothing. We're changing cutter teeth today, or this morning. Hopefully it only takes a little while. Hopefully it's a lot easier this time on this old girl than it was the last time, because last time was a pain in the butt. And it's my fault. I got to change the teeth. I tried to do, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess maybe some freestyle stuff yesterday, and I caught the track with my head and the cutter head, and I was working. It's real steep back there, real steep. I guess I should have. I don't know, hindsight, I could find a million other things to do, but whatever, you got to know your limits, and now I know the limits. But what I was trying to do, I was cutting a red oak, had a top hooked out this way, so it was going to hit a hickory tree and a nice little white oak tree, so I wanted to kind of manipulate that tree, go this way, and I couldn't set the machine just right because there was another tree, so I couldn't get the machine set perfect to put the tree where I wanted to go. So I thought, well, if I cut that thing off, rotate the top of the tree back, and then rotate my head, I can get it to go. Well, the problem when you do that, you got to have the head so close to the machine, or this daggone thing won't pick it up. It just won't. If you're not close, you can't pick nothing up. So when I did that, I had trees going, everything's going fine. Well, the machine started to tip over, so I had to hurry up and abort mission, get rid of the tree, put my head down to catch myself, and I caught the track. So it didn't hurt the track too bad. Took a little piece out of the corner, but I totally wasted the teeth, just trashed the teeth. So I'm gonna put a new set on. Actually, what I did was I got a brand new set in the truck, but I pulled the teeth off of my my rubber tire buncher, because they're carbide teeth. So I thought, well, I can try, rather than buying a set of carbide teeth, I'll take them off that buncher and see how good they work on here. Just out of curiosity. Really, it's just my own, just gonna try it. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get these teeth come off like they should. New ones go on fine. Everything works like it's supposed to. And within an hour, we'll be cutting trees again. We got to put a road in today across the creek. So Coop will work on that while I'm on the other side of the creek getting ahead. And then hopefully we don't have to put the chains on the skidder, get up and down the hill. I'm hoping if we put a pretty decent road down through there, the skidder ought to climb that hill, but it's a pretty steep little climb coming out of there. But I don't know, it is what it is. We got to take a half a day, put skidder chains on tomorrow is what we got to do. But wish us luck. Took about, by the time I put the tools away, about 50 minutes. So it definitely went faster than last time, but they're all switched out. So we're gonna see how these carbide teeth work. Gonna try them out. But it was definitely much easier. Breaker bar and a piece of pipe broke every one of them loose. Of course, I never seized the crap out of them when I put it back together last time. And I never seized the crap out of them again. So hopefully if we continue to keep dumping the never seas till it'll be easier it'll be easy like that every time. It's just time consuming, but it is what it is. All right, well, we got the cutter across the creek, but we had probably, well, the problem is in here, the mats. We're gonna put a bridge across here. We're gonna skid. We're gonna come right down that road, get right up through there. Cooper's on his way down with the dozer. We're gonna clean this out. We're gonna set the mats here, but the mats are gonna be too high, and I was worried that driving the cutter, the mats we got up there aren't in the best of shape. And I was worried about breaking through them with the cutter, so I figured I'll just drive through it one time. I mean, we got a little bit of mud running down there now, but it ain't much. By the time it gets down there, it's cleaning up already. And it's already starting to clean up right here. So, just very little bit. I don't know what else I was supposed to do there. I mean, there's more mud gets in the creek than that when it rains. So, when Cooper gets down here, we'll kind of get a game plan. We're gonna have to kind of set the mats up in the bank here, then run the bulldozer up the hill, because we're gonna have to cut that side off a little bit, because when he comes down with logs, he's gonna slide off these mats if he don't get that. He can't come in it nice and level and straight. And then, because I'd like the mat to like sit about where that is, because it's a little bit soft down here, and then like kind of die into this bank a little bit. So I think what we're gonna do is just set the mat in the creek for now. Once he gets that road in, set the mat in the creek, and then take the bulldozer and just kind of cut that edge off. And that should work, I think. If it don't, we'll back up and repunt. But one way or the other, we'll get it out of here. I mean, they got it out of here years ago. I think they logged it about 15 years ago. And they come out this way with it, so them boys did it, we can do it. Well, camera really don't do it justice there, but I just come down the hill on the bulldozer. And you got to put pressure on the pedal, on the floor, to keep from sliding out the seat. But on the camera, it don't look that bad. It's pretty steep. We're getting out though. It's just it's a slow crawl. We got a bunch of rain coming in. We got storms coming in tonight, and then rain. It says it's supposed to rain through the night into tomorrow. So I doubt we're going to be skidding tomorrow, especially had to get up and down that hill. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't know. We'll just kind of play it by ear, see how things go today, how much we get done. Hey, maybe I can get in here and cut ahead tomorrow or something if it ain't raining too bad, but we're gonna get after it. Well, the carbide teeth cut a little bit faster. I don't know that they cut a lot faster. I don't know if it's a big enough difference to justify the price, but I tell you what they do if you look. Well, I clipped this one off, but you can see here this was tree cutter, right, and then this was chainsaw, but I think it cuts it cleaner. With the steel teeth, this groove is a little bit deeper. I mean, that there, looks cleaner than if you bucked it off with a sawbuck, honestly. So they do cut cleaner, but they're 3 times the money. And it's not like the other teeth are pulling fiber or anything, but basically that just looks prettier. And this one over here, I just cut this one down. I still got to trim the butt off. I was trying to shove this one to keep from missing that tree, and pushed it off the stump a little bit, but you know, I didn't even clip this one yet, so that's all tree cutter. It looks good. I mean, that's the only thing I can see with the carbide teeth. It does cut a little bit faster, not a lot, but it's enough to where when I first got started, you know, and you're going into the tree and grabbing it at the same time, you gotta be grabbing it a little faster because it zips it off there. But it's not like it's a drastic difference. So I don't know, and I really won't be able to tell how long the carbide teeth will last, because I really don't know how long the steel teeth last either, because I messed them up. But I don't know, maybe the next set I'll buy be carbide and see, just bite the bullet. I don't know if anybody out there that's watching this has got an opinion. I'd like to hear it, because the only opinion I got is who I bought the cutter from. So, you know, and they just cheap. So, but There could be a reason behind it, who knows. All right, it's time to get back to work. I don't know if you can see, but the little dog's keeping an eye on what's going on out there. Make sure I'm going the right way. Make sure the tracks are spinning like they're supposed to. Pretty good supervisor, I'd say. Today is Tuesday. We did not work yesterday. I had to meet the county yesterday at on 2 other jobs to get the permits on, and then by the time I got that done, it's a little bit wet in here still, so I don't know how this is going to work today, but time will tell. I think maybe Coop could probably scrape this off a little bit, I don't know. We had tractor cutter out last Wednesday because I needed some go-go juice. And I think what I'm gonna do, I got my neighbor's a pretty good fabricator, so I'm gonna make me up a fuel tank that I can put on the blade of the skidder like Longer Wade's got. I pulled that video back up. Well, he didn't really have a video, but I saw it on one of his. I dug that back up over the weekend so I can show my neighbor, get him to hook me up with something like that. Phew, these mats are slippery. Better take my time, be careful. We're gonna be falling off in the creek here. Hopefully. Well, anyway, I better pay attention to what I'm doing. The plan today is we got about 100 and some trees left on the other side of this creek. And then there's only a handful up on the side we've been working on. The goal is to wrap this up this week, get the heck out of here. Maybe not get the iron out this week, but at least get all the logs out, because the guy we cut for is shut down the first week of July, so that's next week. So I'd like to get this wrapped up so I don't need him. Then next week, beginning of the week, Coop and I can just grade this up, seed and straw. We got seed and straw, and then get the iron moved out. I think I'm going to take the equipment back to my house. We can steam it off a little bit. I'd like to go over this cutter because I haven't done it yet. Maybe service it so I know that it's been serviced. But so yeah, we're going to hop across this creek if I can make it across these mats safely. And we're going to fly on top and try to get something done today. All right, well, we had some more hydraulic issues. I blew one of these swivels apart. This is a swivel, lets in lines twist around inside. I can't find one anywhere. Went to 3 different hydraulic shops. Nobody's got them in stock, so the place I deal with on a regular basis, they're going to order it for me. In the meantime, they gave me a fitting, just a coupler just to put in between it. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it, try to pay attention which way I rotate my head, and I'm going to see if we can't continue to work with that. The other problem is I didn't realize it dumped that much oil out, so I need to put oil in it because it'll hardly move. Like, I got it up to here so it's out of the way, but it's already 1:30. By the time I run out and get oil and come back, it'll be damn near time to quit. So I'm just going to jump on the saw the rest of the day. It's nice weather, it's cool today at least. It's going to be hot the rest of the week, so I'm going to jump on the saw, hand cut the rest of the day, try to salvage what we got left and make something out of it. But been broke down for the better part of the day now. I think I blew that line about 9:30 this morning. I've been running all over the country trying to find what I needed, but it is what it is. Back to old school, right? I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but this is an edge tree. That's why it's got the 2 marks on it. Let's see, here's a pole right there. That's probably, I don't know, 40 feet away from us. So obviously this tree is going to reach over there. And that's exactly where it wants to go. So well, you can see it hooking that way. So what I'm trying to do is swing this one out in here. I don't know that it's going to go. The only other thing is that big lead sticking out this way. It's going to land on it, probably bust it a little bit, but I'm going to leave plenty of meat holding on this side. If I got to, I'll get Coop to push it. That should work. Well, the good news is I didn't bust it. But the bad news is I dropped it on the neighbor. So, I don't think we busted any of the neighbors' trees up because the line kind of goes down on an angle, but the tip of this is on the neighbor. So I'll definitely, tomorrow morning when I get old in that cutter, I'll have to just come up here and clean this up right quick. But yeah, oh well, you win some, you lose some. Well, what I'm trying to do, shoot, that sun's right in the way. Let me get over here in the shade a little bit. What I'm trying to do is peck around in here and cut what I have to cut by hand anyway. I mean, this tree I just cut, I could have cut with the cutter, but so, I mean, there is a handful of them in there we've been hand cutting, so I'm trying to just cut them, but it's a little bit hard to do because you ain't got all the dot trees out of the way. It's making a mess. But at least we're going forwards, not backwards. And I'm just, if you can see, I'm just knocking the top out of them and then sending them. And then, like I say, I'll clean that up tomorrow morning, scavenge whatever saw logs is in there, cut these little dot trees and stuff like that. So I'll come up in this corner tomorrow morning and work up here and just work my way around, I guess is what I'll probably do. But yeah, it's when you get used to having the cutter and you don't have it. It's, I don't know, it's a little frustrating, but it is what it is. This is what we gotta do, At least we're putting wood to the landing. Got trucks coming in the morning, so I'll have wood for them to haul, so that's a plus. Don't make no money unless you're putting wood on the truck.